Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Hey, just coming back from a travel party here out there showing people a way to see the world for wholesale. And if they want to, share an amazing idea that's revolutionizing the travel industry and change their own lives financially too. So it's a lot of fun to be able to do that every single day of your life and be able to share this gold brick with other people. But it's funny. I was listening to something on the way home, and it just reminded me of a story. One time we were down in Florida with one of my mentors, and he has many really beautiful places on the water down there, Fort Myers area. And we were going to be down there for 2 weeks, and we were, enjoying some of the fruits of our labor, residual income, getting paid to basically walk around in flip-flops and go boating. And his lawyer was down there that same week, and it was amazing because we were staying for 2 weeks, and I had no idea how long his lawyer was staying. His lawyer was a buddy of his, so he was in town, and we're sitting out on his lanai overlooking the ocean, and we were we're at the end of the first week, and all of a sudden his lawyer just abruptly stands up and he says, I can't believe my mom told me to be a lawyer. He says, I should have been a network marketer. Because what happened was he was leaving. He had to go back because if he didn't continue to go to court, he didn't practice law, he didn't get paid. And he realized that day in his mind that, we were just going to stay there, but we were going to still earn money because we had built something to pay his residual income. And it's funny because then on the way home I was listening to something that just hit home in regards to that, because see, in order to be a lawyer, it takes on average, you got to go to undergrad and then you got to go to law school. Undergrad's 4 years, law school is 3 more years. It's about 17,000 hours of commitment and endless hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, to get a law degree these days, I'm sure it's a couple $100,000 minimum, and that's probably not a great law school. So here's a situation where that's totally normal. So people are willing to go spend 7 years of their lives where they don't make any money, and then at the end of 7 years they got to go then pass a bar exam, and then they're not a great lawyer, they're not a successful lawyer, they're just a lawyer. So for 7 years they will pay that price and learn the skills necessary, because at the end of 7 years you can make a lot of money as a lawyer if you're really good and you sell yourself and do all those other things. But what's amazing is those same type of people will get involved in network marketing because they realize that they're trading time for money, and even though they make a lot of money, they don't have freedom. And what's amazing is someone will get involved in network marketing and they'll put 2 weeks into it or a month, and then they're like, it's not working. And you have to think about how absurd that is. See, imagine if you were, you go to be a doctor or a surgeon, it might be 11, 12 years. But can you imagine someone who's going to school to be a surgeon, and in the first 3 weeks, someone comes up to him and says, hey, you saved any lives yet? You operated on anybody yet? Or worse yet, they do start operating. Worse yet, they take their scalpel and they wheel somebody in that's having a heart problem, and they start operating, but they don't have the skills necessary. See, they call that murder. But with the same tool with the right skills, they call it a doctor or a surgeon, and it saves lives. And so what I'm here to tell you is that if you really want this idea to win big for you, you want this you want this thing to roll, you want passive income, then you have to realize that it's absurd to think you're going to figure this all out in a month. It's absurd to think that 6 months into it you're going to have all the skills you need to have. You have to be willing to put the time in. So you have to be willing to learn the skills. So you have to realize at the end of your first year you might be running a profitable business. At the end of 3 years, we could replace a full-time income. At the end of 5 years, we could be making big money, multiple 6 figures. And at the end of 7 years, you could be world class. But see, the difference is if you get world class at this, you'll get paid to do whatever you want, when you want, with who you want. If you get world class at being a doctor or lawyer, you still got to go to work. Most things we have a better way is the bottom line, guys. But you have to understand it's a skill. There's going to be things you have to learn. The very beginning, you got to learn how to invite. Then you got to learn how to get someone started. And in the beginning, I was a terrible inviter. And then finally someone said yes, and I was the worst sponsor you could have because I didn't know what to do with them. So there's skills you're going to have to learn, guys. You're going to have to give this time. So I highly recommend you plug into our training program. In fact, without it, I'll just be real blunt, you got no shot. Without our training program, that would be like trying to become a surgeon, but you're not going to go to medical school. You're not going to learn how to do it. So we have a training coming up, and the RTEs are coming right to your back door for most of us within an hour's drive of anyone listening to this message for literally $39 on June 7th. You can go learn from some of the top people. And then our boot camp training is coming in July, and that event is absolutely going to blow the roof out of this thing. And if you want to know if you want to win at a big level, boot camp's where you'll be. And for a couple $100, not hundreds of thousands like law school, not 7 years of your life, but a couple days of your life and a couple $100, and we're going to Vegas anyway. Why not go to Vegas? Worst case scenario, you win your money at the tables. But the bottom line is, guys, training's key, guys, and you have to give this business time. And the biggest thing I can tell you is most people give up too soon. They don't. You have to understand, what if you learn the skills to build a network marketing business? They could never take that away from you. And anywhere you go, you could build passive income that would pay you when you weren't at work. It would give you true time freedom. Hope you guys are having a great day. God bless. Let's get out there this week and share this idea with people and change some lives.